Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're lifting the lid on what's really going on with this engine and what every buyer should check before handing over their cash. Okay, so we've got the diagnostics. We need to come out of this one actually. Come out of this one. Right, diagnostics port in this is located over here. In here, and there's your port there. Let's get that plugged in, ignition on. Let's see what codes we get. Okay, so let's go through, set up the diagnostics. This is not great. That's slightly better. We're going to go in manual because it doesn't seem to pick this one up for whatever reason. And yes, that is Dan that slowly approached at the window.
Try not to make you cold.
Oh, that's why I had the door shut. Oh, you put the radio on now. There we go. So we have two faults showing in this, P0014 and P11A8. Exhaust camshaft dephasing fault, which we'll show you a little bit more of in 2 seconds.
Okay, so these engines are quite prone. These engines are in the minis as well. So basically they have what's called the phaser pulley, and they have two, one for the exhaust, which is in here, and one for the inlet, which is in there. And basically, I don't think you can see through the car. No, you can't. So basically they have a chain running between the top and the bottom of the engine, and these pulleys are oil filled. And basically what's happened with this one is the chain's gone a little bit slack, and then it's brought up them fault codes saying that there's a fault with this phaser. Well, it's not actually a fault with that as such. It's a fault with the timing chain is stretched, causing that to come up as a fault. So with these, you can buy a full kit that does the full chain, both pulleys and everything. So if you're putting this right, you would do that to just make sure that you've done everything and it's correct. So yeah, so basically what's wrong with this one is the timing chain is stretched. We'll start it up now, I'll let you have a listen to it. It is a little bit of warmth in the engine, so it's not quite as rattly when it's warmed up a little bit. But when I first started it this morning, it didn't sound too healthy.
No, it didn't.
Obviously, they have only just bought this, what was it, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And the engine management light was either on when they bought it or came on pretty much straight away. She can't remember. So I do suspect that this was a fault when the vehicle was sold, and that's probably why they sold it. And they also sold it quite cheap, I think, for that reason. But yeah, to fix one of these, it's quite a big job. I would estimate probably about 6 to 8 hours, depending on how far you go. You've got to take the rocker cover off, the timing chain cover off, and then remove it and replace. But obviously by the time you've done all your sealants and everything, tend to leave them overnight and come back to them the next day. The only problem you've got with these as well, which we need to see if it's using oil, these are quite prone for burning oil. And the reason that happens is the timing chains go slack, and then it causes the piston rings to go, and that burns oil. So if it is using oil, it's probably not cost effective to do the chain. So that's what you need to have a little think about, because as I say, it's not a cheap job. But yeah, let's have a little listen.
Follow us now if you're into classic builds, real garage graft, and the occasional bit of regret.
There's a little bit of a rattle on there. That's the problem, the idle.
Yeah.
So that's what it's doing, it's hunting up and down due to the timing being out. It's not all the time, but it's definitely
It's definitely there, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, so basically engine management lights on, it's hunting up and down and a rattle when you first start it.
It's not good.
So,
Not good for something you've just bought.
well, the problem is you buy a car, you want it to last a while, don't you? You don't want to have to replace or spend, you know, $600 to £1,000 on it pretty much straight away.
No.
So yeah, there we go. Okay, so one thing to kind of bear in mind if you are looking at a car, I would just be very cautious on buying something with an engine light on. Reason being, it can be something simple like maybe just an oxygen sensor or something like that, a cam sensor. But looking at this one, this has already had a new cam sensor put on it, so I do suspect that they knew that this was an issue. I've got no proof of that, you know. I don't want to say that, you know, they've sold something that's not right, but the likelihood is this has been showing symptoms of issues. But yeah, all I'd say is if an engine management light's on or any other lights on the dash, don't assume it's a quick, cheap fix and you've got yourself a bargain and you can go and sort it straight away, because this is not really cost effective to do, I don't think, on a vehicle of this age. It's down to the customer to make a decision. But yeah, there we go. Please look out, guys.
Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button and that bell icon.
Have some more of our dodgy videos. Videos.
We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next episode. See you next time.